I want to say a word about the Murphy game. Murphy is so slick. This is the slick double talker, the master of hyperbole, bait and switch. Empty promises, castles in the air, ivory tower, romance with no corners. Obtained easily, effortlessly, painlessly, that's the key, painlessly. Buffeted resistance, soft resistance, no resistance. To go around the resistance, to con your way around the resistance. Such a man, your Murphy man, should be executed, a son of a bitch like that. There's a lot of Murphy around to take advantage of suckers, to take advantage of those who are gullible, those who want to cut corners, who want something for nothing, who don't want to prepare properly and get the prerequisites, and don't want to learn how to run the race of attrition, get in tremendous shape mentally, physically, become blooded in the arena of pure, hard resistance, pushback. Go into the pushback, go into the resistance, go into the unrehearsed test. Everything has to be formulated in such a way that it can be tried and tested in the real world. You got to know what the real world is. You got to know the difference between what's inside and what's outside. You got to be able to identify your contribution to your perception of what's going on. You got to be willing to face the nights of the mirror in bright daylight. To show the mirror to you of what you look like. Very important. As you behave, as you go through your behaviors, what do you look like? What do you sound like? What's your attitude, your posture, your behavior, your body language? Are the words you're saying and your behavior congruent? Are they supporting each other? You know where you're vulnerable. If you're a short, dumpy man like me, with a big round moon face, Humpty Dumpty head, no neck, ridiculous looking. I look like E.T. Ridiculed, mocked, put in parody, in what do you call that, pillory. Put in a cage until the monkey comes. Meanwhile, everybody's getting away with all kinds of things. That's the Murphy game, and blaming it on this poor bastard that's in pillory. He didn't do anything, but the way he looks and the way he behaves, and the first premises he gives certain people by being too agreeable, too nice, too passive, by learning how to be a laughing loser, by appeasing. I'm okay, you're okay. You win, I win. Let's make it. Don't work that way. Winner take all. Winner take all, loser. What about a consolation? What about a consolation when I lose? What about a consolation? The world don't give a consolation. Neither do I. You have to eat the loss, my friend, and feed back what went wrong. And be prepared to be interrogated and prosecuted and questioned severely on what went wrong. What did you say? What did you do? Where did it happen? What was the arena like? What are the legal aspects? What are the social? What are the unspoken rules and regulations? Don't compare yourself. There's no level playing field. There's no parity. And there's no force external to you that will bring to you justice. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no good, there's no bad, there's no in, there's no out, there's no true, there's no false. being sentimental about all this and romantic about all this and making soap opera only aggravates the problem, only pushes practical, and all solutions, all advice must be practical, must be tailor-made to the individual you're talking to and the situation he's in, his phenotype, his countenance, his presence. Phenotype meaning the physical behaviors that your adversary in the arena in showtime sees and conclude about you by your posture, by your proportions, by what you say, how you say it, and very importantly, by your use of proximus or space. That demonstrates courage, alertness, or it also demonstrates passivity and fear and terror and hesitation. You're in the most danger when you hesitate. You don't know what to do next. You don't know how to spar. You don't know how to recover. So you're terrified. You're not well prepared for the situation. So you're terrified. So you hesitate. You don't know how to, what's the word I'm looking for? Mitigate and walk back bad potential omens. You don't know how to watch the behavior and see how you're being accepted, see how you're going over like a great showman. Know your audience, know where you're vulnerable. Ask yourself and continuously ask yourself the tough, hard questions. Prosecute yourself. Don't ease up on yourself. You don't make a move until you're very confident of that move. You've done all the analysis. You know how to listen to yourself, observe yourself. Just like the camcorder's in your mind, the camera's in your eyes, and it's in your ability to memorialize. You've got to know how to go sphinx, to be unreadable, to control totally the emotions so your character doesn't show. You do that by working your personality. Fake it till you make it. It's all showtime out there. Either you're effective or you're not, period. Either you won or you lost, period. Nothing in between. But when you engage in the arena, you always win because you find out what you don't know. You thought you could do X, Y, and Z, but you hung out a shingle. You hoisted your claims up on the flagpole. You threw it down on the ground. Nobody saluted it. The cat didn't lick it up. That's who you are. Now you know the truth. Now you know the emperor has no clothes. Any questions?